He does not get the second one. Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers: Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
And here are the Rockets now, following the bucket by Boston. Outside Tatum. Right side Brown. Left side Porzingis. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And it's Green missing.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
White can't hit. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Here's Green. Down low. Tipped away. Brown with the steal. Tatum looking it over. Pass to Porzingis. It's Brown on the wing. 5 on the clock. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Now here's Thompson. And here's Eason. From the arc. Holiday grabs the miss. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. We discussed just how difficult Jason Tatum is to guard and what he wants his team to do against him, and Coach told me he's a very talented and polished player. I told our guys to stay in front of him, don't fall for the pump fakes, play smart and under control. It's easier said than done, but we'll see if they're up to the task. Guys, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Substitution on the court.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
On the attack, Green.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Hauser. The three is up. Brooks with the rebound. Brooks has got the ball here for the Rockets. Here's Thompson. Left side, Green. Going inside. And it's hammered home by Green.
Well, Green can really move. He gets going downhill and slips right by the contact.
Inside. Here's Hauser. The Rockets pull it in.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Thompson attacking. Tries yet again. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And attacking with reckless abandon. Somehow Thompson able to get through.
Houston shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Celtics trail by 5. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Now here's Brooks. Oh, my goodness! Throw it down!
Come on! That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Pass to Horford to stop the run. Again, the miss by the Celtics. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Green. Basket's good.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Here's Shireman. To the middle. Hauser, that's good.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
3 seconds left. Horford with a steal. The shot comes out. And so it's the Houston Rockets closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead.
The Celtics, 7.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
Şengün, he's open. Cashes in the first attempt of the game. Brent, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Green with the ball. Guarded now by Holiday. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Green missing. Celtics trail by 9. Brown with it. No points yet. Pass to Holiday. It's tipped. To the inside. Shot's good by Thompson.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Outside Tatum. 3-pointer, no good. The Rockets lead by 11. Pass to Thompson. Fires the 3. On target from range. Thompson's got 12 points in the game.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Here's Tatum. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Houston with the ball. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. Among the best in the NBA for a few years now, Jason Tatum. RJ, he's still quite young. How can he get even better?
Oh, he can just get wiser and wiser, and that's what happens with young players. They get to a physical level where they can dominate, but where they get better is mentally. They get mentally stronger as they get into these experiences more.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. You look at his college days and his rookie year, Tatum has always been on a winning team, Richard.
B.A., I think it starts with his approach. There's always been an air of professionalism when it comes to Tatum. He's just a young player that is focused only on winning.
Outside Porzingis. Again, the miss by Boston. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Over to the wing. Here's Şengün. Brooks outside. Fires for 3.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
2 minutes.
Outside Eason. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. The Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Drew Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Drew, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
Outside, Brown. Shot clock at 6. Yes! Kristaps showing some range.
So smooth off the catch. Porzingis is excellent at judging when to take quick shots.
Here's Thompson. No good on the shot. Nice D from Brown. Celtics trail by 10. Tatum with it. He's picked up by Eason. White on the wing. Pass to Tatum. Ooh, it's stolen by Eason. Here's Brooks. And they're on the run. Finished off the break. And the Rockets lead by 12.
Yeah, the moment the fast break starts, Brooks is out in transition, and that hustle gives him the edge.
There's 42 seconds left in the first half of this one. Porzingis for 3. The kick to Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Porzingis, big strides. Back to Tatum. Thompson with a steal. Here we go. Brooks outside. Back to Smith. Beyond the arc. Houston gets it back. Launches a 3. Fires in the triple. Smith's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And the first half now in the books. It's Houston up by 15. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
15.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. So it's the Rockets now. The lead is 15. And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
Here's Horford. Still no points. Here's Hauser. From downtown, Smith with the rebound. Here's Adams. And the layup. Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
Gary Trent Jr.
Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one. He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Trent outside. Offline with a three.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Over to the left wing. Back to Simons. Lets the three fly. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And when you talk about this Portland team, Stan, they're young and talented. They have some nice pieces going forward.
Yeah, and Brian, it starts with Scoot Henderson and Anthony Simons in that backcourt, but Shaedon Sharpe, when healthy, they've got some good pieces to build around.
And he banks in the layup. Ayton's got his second bucket of the game.
Yeah, this is where Ayton's comfortable operating, using his height and array of inside moves to his advantage.
Thibault with a steal. Here's Simons. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Back to Simons. 4 on the clock. Over Lillard. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Trent outside. Takes a three. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Timeout called here by Doc Rivers. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups. A main focus on their defense, Damian Lillard, the dynamic point guard. Coach telling me what sticks out to me about Lillard is his heart. He plays way bigger than his size. He raises the level of everyone around him. A true leader. Lillard, one of the most respected players in the league, Brian.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Simons. 5 points in the game.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
There's a minute 59 left to play in the first quarter. Ayton, no good.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
And so it's Green who brings up the ball for Milwaukee. Trailing by 2. Jackson, left side. Puts up a 3. Portland with a rebound. Avdia outside. On the wing, Simons. The floater. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter here. Pass to Green. 6 on the shot clock. An open look for Portis. The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, Coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Now here's Ayton. Now here's Avdia. Defended by Jackson. Avdia, good.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Now Connaughton. No points so far. Pass to Green. Thibault with a steal. Here's Simons. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Pat Connaughton.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And he makes a first. The Trailblazers making a switch here. And so Simons nails both of them.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 4.
13. The Bucks. 9.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Down low. Here's Klingon. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And Stan, the league questioning the use of load management. I know you've wondered if it can even hurt conditioning.
There's no question, Brian. Look, since the age of load management has come into the NBA, injuries are up, not down. I think players have been deconditioned, and that's even before you get into the need of guys playing together more to gain a rhythm and an on-court chemistry. You know, like actually playing basketball together.
A novel idea. Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Portland shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw. Well, Stan, he was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups, just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always thought like a head coach.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
They're out there, always working hard. Your Blazers Breaker Dance Crew.
Clock is at 3. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Oh, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Portland leading by 4. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Klingon. Henderson scanning the floor. Over Lillard. Here's Klingon. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And at his size, Klingon is always an above-the-rim threat.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Off the mark there with a 3. Pass to Klingon. The 3. Lillard pulls down the board.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Klingon goes up again. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. They pin that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
They're getting really physical there inside. Now, Klingon knows this is just going to be part of the routine for him here in the league.
And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
To the inside. Avdia, right side. Here's the pick. Driving to the basket. Trent with it. It's stolen by Trent. The 3 from Prince. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Now here's Henderson. He's scoreless. Looking to win the run. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level. And one look at Donovan Klingon, and you see why scouts were excited about him. 7'2" with a great build. You can only imagine the intimidating presence he could become on the floor.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Shots good by Henderson.
Yeah, even though he's 6'2", Henderson is best attacking on the interior.
Trent on the wing. Fires for 3. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Trent's got 6.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Giannis driving inside. The 3 from Prince. And Klingon pulls it down. Blazers trail by 5. Inside. Off the outside. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's his first trip to the line.
Third team foul. At the line for 2.
That free throw misses. And he's good on the second. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. Lillard right side. Pass to Trent. From outside the arc. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Milwaukee out in front, up by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Fans, let him hear from you. Make some noise for your 43rd answer.
Blazers trail by 4. And rejected.
The timing from Porter Jr. on the rejection, you couldn't ask for better defense from him.
Lopez, the screen. The deep 3. Walker pulls down the board. It's stolen by Green. Outside Porter. Outside for Green. To the middle. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Talk about strength and athletic ability. Lopez can maneuver against his opponents down low.
To the paint. Here's Ayton.
Great job setting him up. The timing of the pass was key.
Milwaukee leading by 4. Jackson outside. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard. And guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions, those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
Outside Porter. Fires the 3. And that one's good. Jackson for 3. And the Bucks lead by 7.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Portis with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Pass to Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Green's got 5 now.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Simons outside. And Ayton with the stuff.
Yeah, looking at Ayton using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
Well, the truth is, Stan, you lose a franchise legend like Damian Lillard, it really changes your identity.
Oh, it does, Brian. Their offense ran through Lillard for over a decade. Last year was almost a total reset. Now someone has to step up and be that guy.
And it's Green missing. Blazers trail by 7. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And there's a defensive 3-second call. This is his second trip to the line in the game.
At the line for Portland.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Pass to Prince. To the middle. And they double up on it to Kumpo. Trent from long range. Hits the three-pointer. 9 points in the game.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Down low. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
And that's just terrific body control by Ayton. Setting a solid pick and then quickly getting himself open.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Substitution on the court.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Pass to Lopez. Outside, Green. Back to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pure from three-point range.
3.
Lopez has got 5 points now this quarter.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Pass to Simons. Ayton with a screen. Simons has the open look. And he sinks out with hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Simons got 11. Outside Porter. Jackson for 3. And Ayton pulls it down.
Yeah, classic block out. You love to see that. Taking care of the defensive glass.
Fantastic decision making. Ayton electing to move it for the high percentage look.
Here's Porter. Yet to see a basket. Outside, Green. He buries it from 3. And the Bucks lead by 8. And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And here's Simons outside. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Getting lots of great.
33. The Bucks. 41.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so it's Milwaukee with it. Lillard outside. Thibault with a steal. Now the Blazers on the move. Here's Simons. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
That'll belong to Kyle Kuzma. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bucks.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Pass to Trent. Back to Lillard. Here's Prince. Clock at 6. Out to Lillard. Here's Kuzma. And Ayton pulls it down. Blazers trail by 6. Here's Walker. And here's Ayton. Oh, trying his luck from deep. They grab their own miss. Pass to Simons. To the inside. Another shot. On the wing, Simons. Walker sets a screen. Out to the right wing. The three from Ayton. The shot off that time. And so Prince will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 6-point game. Trent right side. There's the three. Portland with a rebound.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Such a sweet stroke from Damian Lillard.
You cannot let Dame get good looks, especially from the corner.
Up top, Ayton. It's Sharp on the wing. From behind the arc. That one doesn't drop. The Bucks leading by 9. Antetokounmpo with it. And Walker picks him up defensively.
The incomparable length. I mean, Giannis with those big strides and the reach to finish against anyone.
Inside. Pass to Sharp. Simons outside. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
For Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
Up top, Thibault. Three-pointer Sharp. Prince grabs the miss. Lillard outside. This one for three. And Ayton pulls it down. Blazers trail by 11. Here's Simons. Uses the glass on the layup. Simons gotten 4 this quarter.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Here's Milwaukee. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Thibault with a steal. Pass to Sharp. On the wing, Simons. Here's Walker. Out to Simons. It's stolen by Trent. .116 left in the fourth quarter. Oh, they get a hand on it. Simons with it. And it's Kuzma picking him up. And it's good for 2. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter here. The Bucks leading by 7. And Antetokounmpo, here we go. And another miss by Milwaukee.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts right now.
Back to Simons. Giannis with the rebound. And here's Milwaukee now. They've led by as many as 11. And the basket by Trent.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on them.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Here's Brown. Pass to Jokic. Outside for Murray. No good with the triple. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this court.
And it's Jokic missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Wembanyama.
Watch out for Wembanyama hammering that one home.
To the paint. Here's Jokic. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. We've seen a quick start here for the Spurs. Fox, no good. It's been a slow start here for Denver. It's a 5-point game. Back to Porter. And another miss by Denver. Jumps up. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line.
Michael Porter Jr.
That one on Porter.
His first personal foul.
Yeah, I like the way Fox uses his wide reframe there. I mean, even when he's getting knocked around and jostled about, he maintains control and still gets the job done.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
And here's Barnes for 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
You know, Barnes is a good shooter from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's dangerous from out there.
To the middle. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Jokic, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the field. His impact is amazing.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
San Antonio leading by 7. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Briefly spoke with David Adelman. and I asked him, how do you contend with the size and skill of Victor Wembanyama? He said, every night we see this guy do something no one has ever seen before. It's kind of like dealing with the unknown. A whole new kind of player needs new schemes. So we'll see some inventiveness out there on the defensive side tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Pass to Chunchard. .116 left here in the first quarter. Here's Saric. 5 on the clock. Lays it up off the glass.
Saric knows he has the touch needed to capitalize inside.
Wembanyama, a screen. Fires from deep. Drills it from outside. Wembanyama's got 7.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Westbrook. Following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. First team foul. Checking in the game for New York Nuggets.
To the inside. Out to Saric. From deep. San Antonio with the rebound. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Wembanyama. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. To the left wing. Here's Frother. Here's Gordon. And he's off on his first shot of the game.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been very effective in locking down. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well. There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Offensive rebound.
Some defenders aren't sure what to do when Wembanyama comes down the lane.
So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Everyone watching. Look at those moves. Bring the moves.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. The shot by Saric, no good. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. With his speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with, no question. DA, thanks. Right side, Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
How about the vertical from Fox? Throwing it down with authority. Go get it, young fella.
Strother, no good. Spurs leading by 12. Spurs working the ball around now. Driving the lane. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And the second free throw, good.